everybody know. And Bridget, thanks for coming. This is Garla Glover Smith from Career Services, I believe is the title.
That is our new title.
Yep. And she's going to be speaking to you today about some exploration. So I'm going to give it over to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, thank you for allowing me to speak. My name is Garla Glover Smith, and I am a career coach with Career Services. And we have a wealth of resources and information that we are excited to share with the business, those pursuing a business degree here at Wake Tech. With that being said, I'm just going to get started sharing my screen. Um, as I mentioned, I'm a career coach, and so my job is to help individuals get clear on their goals, help them get clear on um, if they're kind of not confident about their major. I help them in that fashion as well. We also have counterparts who are called career service specialists. They help with resume, cover letters, interviewing skills, making sure your LinkedIn profile represents you the way you want to be represented. And so collectively, we all work together under the umbrella of career services. So with that being said, let me see if I can get to my page. So all of the resources that are available to you um, 24 hours a day can be found under waketech.edu. Marnie, can you see my screen?
I can.
All right, good deal. All right, so you access that by careers.waketech.edu. We have students always have the option to do online appointments with us. And you would just simply click on the box, choose what your goal is for that service, select the day and the time, and if you want, you could choose a particular staff member, put in a little bit of information about why you need our services, and then schedule it, and we will meet you virtually in Teams. You can also come and visit us with on-campus appointments. Those could be one-on-one in person, but we also have Career Lens labs that are now open. So we have Career Lens labs at North Campus, Career Lens Lab at RTP, and Career Lens Labs at Southern. And that's 4 days, I believe, out of the week. And as you can see, they're all listed here. You can choose what you need, and we are happy to support you. All right. So that's how you work with us. Really quick, career services, we have resources that will help you prepare for a job search. And as you can see, this looks like a very unassuming page, but if you look right over here to the left, you can see we have some resources. Again, these are resources that are available to you 24 hours a day. So maybe you've decided, okay, um, I'm about to graduate and I need to land a job, or I need to secure an internship for the summer. Here's an infographic that helps you recognize all of the steps needed to land a job, from how to do your research, finding different events, the timeline that you need to follow, how to get your documents and your collateral material on paper. This infographic is here and it is so helpful. We also have cover letter guide. I love this. I've been at a lot of schools and I've never seen a more comprehensive cover letter guide than this one. It has, I believe, about 15 cover letter examples. So when you're applying for a job, maybe as a marketer or a project manager, majority of the time they're going to ask for you to submit a resume and a cover letter. You can click on this guide, get some examples, write your own, and then be able to submit. Or you can schedule an appointment with the career service specialist so she can review your cover letter guide and your resume. We also have some other resources that I think are helpful. LinkedIn checklist. For most of our business majors, I would think having a presence on LinkedIn is extremely important. And so this is just a checklist to make sure you have everything that you need to be represented well on LinkedIn. And, LinkedIn is the business version of Facebook. It is a fabulous tool. I know more students that have landed internships and full-time jobs via LinkedIn than, I care to mention. And so LinkedIn is a great place to be. Whenever you apply for a job and you have an interview, or let's say you do an informational interview, and we're going to talk about that a little bit toward the end of the presentation, always send a thank you note. It could be a handwritten, it could be an email, but send a thank you note. And as you can see, we've put together a thank you letter guide to help you just craft a very personalized, meaningful thank you note. And many times, thank you notes are what elevates you and help you stand out from another applicant or another person. And so we always want you to get in the habit of sending a thank you note. All right, so those are some of the resources, but as you can see, there are lots of them there. Last piece, find a job. So, not sure if anybody's on College Central Network, but this is Wake Tech's version of Indeed. And I am so excited about this tool because not only does it advertise the career fairs that are going on, and for our business students, you guys have a career fair going on tomorrow, February 9th. I'm hoping that you're planning to attend. If you miss it, you can still click on it, look at the employers, and then let those employers be some of your targeted employers if you're trying to land an internship or a full-time job. So when you get to College Central Network, if you've never been here, you're going to click on Activate and you're going to log in using your student ID and your email. For me, I'm going to log in just so you can see what it looks like. And as you can see, they're announcing the virtual career fairs that are coming up. If you just clicked on one, you can search employers. And let's say we were just going to do business. Who's coming that's looking for business students? We got 4. And when you click on that employer, you get to see the opportunities that they're seeking to fill. So in this case, Butterball is seeking to fill some internship opportunities that are paid, and they tell you the areas or the focus. They also show you the full-time opportunities. Now, if you miss the job fair, keep in mind, Butterball wants to hire and recruit Wake Tech students. And so this might be an employer that you go to their homepage and you apply, or you continue to look back at College Central Network to see what other opportunities they're advertising for because they want to work with Wake Tech students. All right. Any questions about that? And I love questions. Okay. So as I mentioned, that's College Central Network. You can also search for jobs that are being posted directly to Wake Tech by employers. They're not career fair related, they're just opportunities for our Wake Tech students. So I would encourage you, if you have not, to take some time and get on College Central Network and begin to explore so you can land that next opportunity. All right, so if we come out of College Central Network, here's where we're going to kind of hang out today. This is exploring careers, and there are lots of resources. I want to walk you through at least 3. And again, we have some ways in which you can set up appointments with us to work with us one-on-one. The very first one, though, that I want to share with you is called What Can I Do with This Major? And this is a tool that gives you real direction about all that you can do with your business degree or your marketing degree, or your human resource degree. And so I'm going to click on view all majors. Now, let me say, the only way that you can get to this site is by going through careers.waketech.edu and then clicking on that big blue box, explore careers. You can do a Google search for it, but it will not let you in. You have to come through the web, Wake Tech way. So as you can see, lots of majors here. The one that we're going to explore today is business studies. And as you can see, it breaks it up according to areas. So if you're pursuing a business degree, there are multiple areas that you could have a focus on. The first one that they introduce is management. So if you were interested in being a manager or going into management, maybe you have great leadership skills or you have great people skills, or you love to solve problems for teams. Maybe management is an option for you, and you can see if you like management, these might be the focus areas. You could do project management. You could get into an entry-level management trainee program. You could do operations management or team management, middle management, and even top management. If you were interested in management, these are the employers that might hire you, right? I was talking or working with a student yesterday. She is actually in a management trainee program with Jersey Mike. And again, that's a restaurant, and she can see how she can advance her career just by engaging in this management trainee program. So management can fall under financial institutions, restaurants, hotels, manufacturers, tech companies, government, are stable entities, government, and then even employment. So for each area under management, they're going to give you some strategies. I tell my students, don't get overwhelmed with the number of strategies. I want you to pick just one or two that you can implement in the next 6 months. So in this case, for management, if I was interested in management, maybe I decide that I'm going to get involved in student organizations and pursue some leadership roles, because that's a skill that I'm building that I'm going to be using eventually when I get into a management position. So why not start building that skill now? So you're going to pick one or two strategies that you can be working on over the next 6 months. All right, so we got management is the first area. Second area you might be interested in is sales. The third area might be insurance. Fourth area, banking. There's real estate. There's human resource management. And then at the very bottom, we have some very general information and tips. And as you can see, the tool actually helps direct you to other areas where you might be able to use your business degree. You could consider management, marketing, finance, human resource, logistics, and accounting. So that's business studies. Whenever you scroll to the bottom of a profile, you're going to see a list of jobs that are tied to this particular major. And I love this because maybe you're not sure what job title you're going after, but you're pretty sure that business is your focus. So let's just click on one so you can see another tool that this pulls in. If I pull in, click on Human Resource Specialist, it immediately bounces us to Occupational Outlook Handbook. Now, this tool is a government tool produced by the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. It is probably one of our most updated tools and resources ever. And as you can see, there's a wealth of information. So with a business degree, you could be a human resource specialist. It says typical entry level bachelor's, but I was on Indeed this morning looking to see, and there are a fair amount of opportunities for human resource specialists with an associate degree. Of course, the salary might not be the same, but associate degree is an option. Look at the outlook. That means over the next 10 years, human resources are going to be in demand and needed 10% more than they are now. Anything that is 5 or higher is good. So this is a good option for you if you're interested. As you can see, you can go across the tab and learn about what they do. Oh, let me back up. If you're a visual person, there's a short video to help you understand what human resource specialists do. You can understand what they do, the work environment in which they work in, how to become one, what certifications you might need, what skills you need to be developing, what associations do you need to be a part of. It will show you the pay. And you can drill down and look at North Carolina pay as well. And then it also looks at the outlook. Now, I have to say, for me, outlook is a big deal. You don't want to spend time pursuing a occupation or career and it's slowly going away. So you always want to make sure you're looking at this job outlook number. We have state and area data. And let's say you're not 100% sure on human resource specialists. There's a tab also that gives you similar occupations that the majority are still business related or can be pursued with a business degree. All right, so we killed two birds with one stone on that one, and that we explore what can I do with this major. And from what can I do with this major, we got some vision about different areas we could focus on, as well as employers and strategies. And we were actually able to learn about specific job titles in detail. Okay, so please keep in mind, if you need more support or someone to walk you through this, the Career Lens Lab is available, as well as you can set up one-on-one appointments. All right, now, if we go back to careers.waketech.edu, which is our main page, and we can click on our big blue box, explore careers. There's another tool I want to show you called Virtual Job Shadow. Virtual Job Shadow is a tool that helps you explore occupations from a visual perspective. I'm not sure if any of you have ever done a job shadow before, but it's basically where you follow a person around for an hour, a half a day, it could be a week, learning and exploring how they do their job, the ins and outs of their job. So Virtual Job Shadow simulates this. So you would click on login, type in Wake Tech, and then you'll click on new account and log in. I'm going to go ahead and log in so you can see what it looks like. And so this is Virtual Job Shadow. So you can click on careers, Career Central, and we can narrow it down by industry. So we have a business and entrepreneurship section. We also have investment, and we have sales and marketing. Let's do sales and marketing. And as you can see, there are job profiles in a visual format that you can look at and explore. If we click on sales representatives, oh, this one doesn't have a video. Some of them don't. The majority of them do, though. Let's just go back. Business Development Manager. And as you can see, it has a video, and then it gives you some in-depth information about this particular career as if you were asking the questions. It also provides some additional information alongside the detailed career description, required education, earnings, future outlook, additional links. And if you're going on to pursue a bachelor's degree, once you earn your associates in business, it will actually give you some careers that you can explore, um, that will allow you to further your education. It also has a jobs and internship page as well. All right. Another way that we can do this is you can search. So, and we go to, let's see, human resource. We can see we have a different set of options here. And I'm not sure you guys can hear my video. I suspect you may not be able to, but it's a good one. It's a really good video just about being a human resource generalist, specialist, how you specialize in it, why this particular person chose this particular industry and company, and how it is helping to develop her career path. All right, so that is virtual job shadow. And virtual job shadow had a music business. No, it doesn't. Okay. All right. The other thing I want to mention about virtual job shadow is there's a life skills library. And please know, when you get on a job and when you're interviewing, an employer is not only going to want to understand your hard skills, your social media marketing skills, your project management skills, your understanding of employment law. They're going to want to know that, but they're also going to want to understand your, what we would consider your soft skills or your employability skills. And those skills might be, how well do you work in a team? How well are you able to lead? Are you able to create creative ideas within the company? Do you have a positive attitude? All of those things the employer is looking for in addition to your hard skills. And so this section, life skills, helps you begin to develop those skills, think through them, and come up with a strategy in which you can develop those skills. So that's the life skill video section within Virtual Job Shadow. All right, now I would like to share with you, let's see if, okay, we've covered a couple. The last thing that I'd like to share with you is just a quick presentation on the importance of informational interviewing. We've alluded to it a little bit already in that when we were talking about thank you notes. But informational interviewing is a way in which you can collect information about a career path. You can build your network. You can really understand, is this the right career path for me, by actually directly talking to somebody. And so I really wanted to make sure you had some information about informational interviewing. So perhaps you have just chatted with somebody about an interesting job that they were doing and you asked them to share more. If that is the case, you have completed a portion of an information interview already. Maybe you ask someone how they landed a job and you engage with them in conversation and they share with you the degree that they got, how they networked or what their resume looked like, where they got their education. If that's the case, you've already done an informational interview. Maybe you've asked somebody about a particular environment. Maybe you have your eyes on a particular company, and you've heard good things about it, but you're really curious what the culture's like. How do they promote people? How do they treat people? What's the office space like? If that's the case, you've already done an informational interview. And I want you to be encouraged that you can and you should do more informational interviews. So, what is an informational interview? Well, it is a key component to the career exploration process. I challenge you to do at least one informational interview in the next 3 months with someone in your circle or your network. And we're going to talk about where you can find these people. It is a great way to get good firsthand information. You can get good advice. They can review your resume and give you feedback. It's not a place to ask for a job, but it is a place to get feedback about your collateral documents that you're going to use to land a job eventually. And again, it is a way to establish a professional relationship with someone that builds your network and can be used for a variety of things in the future. So, where do informational interviews take place? Virtually, for sure. We're in a world right now where so many things are done virtually. Zoom, Teams, a variety of ways. You could do it in a coffee shop. I've done lots of informational interviews in a McDonald's. You can do it in person, in a classroom, in a lobby. The sky's the limit on where you can do them. The thing I will say is information interviews tend to be short. They're anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes in length. All right, so let's talk about how do you coordinate an informational interview? Well, I want you to think about the people that you know. Think about um, faculty, friends, Wake Tech faculty and staff. Career Services, I do believe we have a directory of people we have been compiling that are willing to talk to our students. LinkedIn is, again, that's my go-to place. It is a wonderful place to reach out to professionals. I have many students who have reached out, made a connection with someone on LinkedIn, shared they're not looking for a job, but that they were extremely impressed with that particular person's career path, and would that person be willing to chat with them for 15 to 20 minutes. People want to talk about themselves and engage with them and engage with others and give back. And so I have heard of good um, situations that come out of LinkedIn. Career One Stop also has a business finder section. And again, you can find businesses in our area that are in line with what you're doing. And you reach out to them and see if someone there would be willing to do a informational interview with you. And then we have some resources on our career services page. During the pandemic, we have been doing career spotlights. So those podcasts and recordings are on our page as well. All right, so steps for getting an information interview. Once you find somebody, be clear about what you want. You're not looking for a job, you're just looking for information. Mention who referred you. Maybe it was your Wake Tech career coach. Maybe it was a professor. Maybe it was your aunt or your uncle that suggested that you reach out to this person. You're going to request a meeting time and location. And again, always send a thank you note, a card, or an email. And again, that helps elevate you and set you apart and shows professionalism as well. All right. So, what questions can you ask? And if you do a simple search on Google about typical information interview questions, a whole list of them show up. We also have a handout that we share with our students during one-on-ones in the Career Lens Lab. So if you need just a process and a list of questions on how to conduct an information interview, come by and see us. All right. So I want to challenge you guys to come up with an informational interview in the next 3 to 4 months that is in line with the career path that you're thinking. Maybe it is someone in banking, maybe it is supply chain management, or the logistics arena that you're recognizing. I really have an interest. Maybe it's healthcare and the medical field. Maybe it's tech, semiconductor. We're in a tech semiconductor hub right here, in the Raleigh-Durham area. And so there are lots of people here that you can engage with and begin to talk to determine, um, you know, learn more about the career and your career path. All right. So with that being said, I would love to entertain some questions from our students. And if it is a question, I guess, that you don't want to be on the recording, I'm sure Marnie may consider turning off the recording, but I'd love to entertain some questions.